everybody. This is Vince Gilligan, one of the executive producers of Better Call Saul.
This is Peter Gould, and this is episode 612, Waterworks.
I'm Mel Ing, and I'm Vince Gilligan's assistant.
Yeah. My name is Bob Odenkirk. I play Saul Goodman, and now here she is, the cherry on the sundae of the whole series.
Oh, hi, it's Carol Burnett, and I play Marion.
Hey!
Yay! Oh my God!
I've been waiting for this one. This is such a pleasure and an honor to have you here, Carol.
Thank you for joining us for the series and for this recording session.
I loved it.
Did you love it was a long time we had to shoot in Albuquerque.
Yeah, I was there 2.5 months.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's a nice place to be for 2.5 months.
It is. I love it. Albuquerque grows on you. It's a great city.
Well, Albuquerque certainly loved you. Every restaurant, restaurant. You knew. The thing that impressed me was not that everybody knew your name, but that you knew everybody's name.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. All you have to do is really pay attention when they tell you what. Right, John?
This is a
Vince, you want to talk about this opening scene because it was altered a lot.
It was in the shooting. So I wrote this episode, first episode I wrote by myself of TV since the final episode of Breaking Bad. And I had big plans for this teaser. I had big plans that it was going to be about 14 setups, and that means like 14 separate shots where the camera moves around between shots. Just so you know, we're good for maybe 20 setups in a whole day. And by the time we got to this scene, and Angie Meyer, our wonderful first AD, had scheduled it out so that it probably would have worked, but I probably took too long with the scene before this. So we had about an hour and a half to do these 14 setups at the end of a long day, and I knew we wouldn't make it, and I didn't want to come back. So we figured out, between us, we figured out a way to do this whole thing as basically a oneer. And that's what we saw. And you were great. And you were like so good throwing that ball. Talk about that.
Well, that's a fun trick, to try to figure something like that out. I think any guy wants to have a part where they throw balls against the wall.
Because I practiced it before we ever got there in the day. And I got all the athleticism of, I don't know, Stalin's corpse. But it's like I kept missing.
Well, it's fun to figure out the physics of it, and those are good bouncy balls. Well, guys, could you talk? I know you've probably already done it about the video opening thing where it becomes like.
That?
Do you want to tell us anything about that? I mean, I think it's neat. But
we don't have music anymore. Yeah, Peter, talk about that.
I don't fully have the textural meaning of it.
We're in a different world at this point in the show, and we thought the opening credits have evolved as each season. They get a little bit more distorted, and this now we're in a whole new world. And I have to also say, speaking of new worlds, we have our first look at Kim Wexler in 2 episodes.
We've been waiting to see her, haven't we? Yeah, no kidding. And we are, Mel, are we really in Florida here? We're supposed to be.
Looks like it, but we're not.
Where are we?
Albuquerque,
New Mexico. And you're going to see some shots coming up where it looks like we're in Florida. And we're the Florida this is based on is the Space Coast of Florida. This is
let's give it a shot.
Kim is living now in either Titusville or Merritt Island or Cocoa Beach. I never quite nailed that down. But this is based on. I wanted to put it here because my Uncle Bubby, that's what we called him, lived in down in Merritt Island, and he had identical twin uncles who were naval aviators in World War II, and then the surviving Uncle Bubby lived down in Cocoa Beach and worked for the space program, for the Apollo program, and so this was a little tip of the hat to him.
So did Kim grow her hair out, or what?
I'm so glad you asked that. That's a wig.
Oh, I know it's a wig.
Oh, okay.
No, I knew that because she came on the set one day.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And oh my gosh. But I mean, Kim, the character.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is later enough that she would have grown her hair out.
So she never was a natural blonde?
Yeah, that's a good question. All right. I don't know. What do you ladies think? I don't know. I figured, or maybe did she dye her? Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
Did she want to disguise herself?
I see it. And Peter, I always try to over-explain everything on these things, and then Peter says, let there be some mystery. But if you're asking me my personal opinion, I think she's not trying to disguise herself so much because she's going by her name down here. We'll see in the next scene coming up, one of the scenes, that she's still going by Kim Wexler.
Right.
But, so it's not like it's not like, it almost plays like she's on, what do you call it, witness protection. But I think she's just trying to kind of punish herself, like wearing a hair shirt or something.
Or she was tired of bleaching it.
Maybe. Well, yeah, that could be it too.
Could be too.
That is the world's saddest sex scene that just.
It's the world's funniest sex scene. This I feel so terrible for Kim through this whole sequence because I miss the woman that she was, but it's also really funny. It's that special Vince Gilligan way.
Well, her life, it's not like her life's so bad down here for all the folks who are listening to this who live down on the Space Coast and are like, well, this is not hell, but we are sad. I'm sad, too, to see her not living up to her full potential here. Nothing wrong with the job she has now.
What is that puzzle? That's like a puzzle with no image.
Yeah. It's just a.
Is that like the hardest kind of puzzle to do?
I guess it is, but also it just seemed like it was just like a visual joke of
bland.
Why buy? Yeah, nothing but bland.
She's really good at doing crossword puzzles, Ray.
Oh, is she?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
She does tons of them.
Oh, okay.
I got to say, Alvin, who plays her boyfriend here, is just perfect.
Yeah, Alvin is fantastic. Yes, thank you for. Before Alvin went away from the episode, and I love his tiger shirt that Jennifer Bryant found for him. But he is absolutely wonderful in the role. He's likable, and yet somebody said when we were casting him, said this is a guy that reads like he's never going to question her past. Mm-hmm. And indeed, I don't think he probably ever did. This is stock footage, believe it or not, of the actual place that we're portraying. We didn't shoot it. We bought it from a stock house. Ray is sitting in a car inside a soundstage in Albuquerque.
Amazing.
Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
It's just really something. This is a building in an industrial like what do you call it? Like an industrial complex in Albuquerque. And the backgrounds, the skies, all that stuff's added in digitally.
And there you see she's using her real name.
Yeah. And that was, you gave me that note, and when you read the script, you said you got to make sure we see her real name, that she's not in hiding.
I didn't know I was that smart. That's good.
No, you were very smart. This is the old Albuquerque Tribune headquarters. Back before Albuquerque Tribune is still the local paper in Albuquerque, and it's a good paper, but it's, as with all newspapers, they don't need all the offices they used to have, so they lease these out for movies and stuff now.
There's also where the printing presses used to be. That whole huge area it's fascinating. It's a whole industrial complex that we used later in the season. Maybe we'll talk about that at some point.
Right.
Oh.
I don't know why they need so many angle grinders when they're using PVC pipe, but I don't know.
Let's not.
It's the Adrian Lyne
point
thing.
That out.
Yeah, it's the flash dance thing. Yeah. So what was it like? Well, you didn't. You got to know Ray, but you didn't really get to work with Ray.
No, I wish we could have locked eyeballs, but we didn't. But we went out to dinner a few times.
That's true.
Yeah. And I'm just so happy she's nominated for an Emmy, and you, Bob, my God, it's just
Yay.
Yeah, it's really great.
Long time
overdue.
Wow.
I mean, I know you've gotten nominations.
I've gotten a lot. She hasn't gotten any at all, I don't think. Maybe one before, but
no, I think this
great.
is her first.
Well,
I think
she's
But she got two in one morning because she's nominated for
a short film that she directed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh,
yeah.
But you know what? I had no idea. I don't know why, but I had no idea she was so funny.
Oh, she's so
Yes.
darn funny.
She's got the greatest sense of humor. I mean, when we had dinner, you had to know the Heimlich maneuver.
That's true, isn't
I
it?
would be laughing.
She is
But I mean, look who we're sitting with right here.
chatty and funny. Can be.
You guys are so, Bob and Carol, you know, you're both so funny and both so great as dramatic actors. And Ray, before this show, I think most of her experience on
comedy.
television was comedy.
Oh, was it?
And so it's just it's going with what I call the Gilligan theory,
Can I
which
just
is
tell you something,
which is the
guys? I don't-
people who are great at comedy can
Yeah.
do drama.
What about vice versa?
I don't know.
Dramatic actors, can
No.
they do comedy?
Well, some of them can.
Some can,
but I think my theory, I am a proponent of this theory that if you can do comedy, you can do drama. But if you can do drama, you can't necessarily do comedy.
Right.
Yeah, I really believe that. And it's no ding on dramatic actors, but yeah, that's been my operating theory. For
Yeah.
Oof, that's a good sentence.
I love this young lady here is so great. Colleen.
Colleen is wonderful.
She's so. By the way, all of the ladies.
She has a great voice too.
Julia and Amy and Lisa, all these ladies who are now Kim's new friends. They are so funny. The casting in this one was very good. And thanks to, as always, Sharon and Sherry and Russell.
That's
This young lady is so darn funny. This is Hillary Zinks, who plays Tammy.
now some of this dialogue was not.
She made up all
some of
this.
this was improvised, right?
She needed to talk long enough for Ray to do her thing in the background, and what I gave her in the script wasn't long enough. So I took her aside and I said, Hillary, what do you think you could talk about here? I need to fill X amount of seconds. And she came up with this. It was better than anything I would have written. And she just did a great job. She is so
Vince,
funny.
you remind me of doing this of Robert Altman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I worked with him, and he would just say, okay, I'm going to be shooting this, so talk about the movie Carrie. That's all he said to do.
You're kidding.
Yeah, and
Now,
so...
What if you hadn't seen the movie Carrie?
I knew about it anyway. And so I had a scene with Dina Merrill, and and I'm just talking about this movie, Carrie.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but he said, just do that, and I'll use it or I won't.
Oh, my God. That's
weird.
fantastic.
Great.
But for you to say, just talk, just ad lib.
I loved Altman's. I think we all did.
Yeah.
Loved Altman's overlapping dialogue. The way that was so natural. The way,
Yeah.
so that's how we
Everybody
did it.
was wired.
Okay, so everyone had an individual
Everyone,
mic.
yeah. And then sometimes he would do a thing where he'd be on somebody in the foreground, and we'd be way in the background, but we'd be talking, and he'd have a camera back there too. And so sometimes he would use that.
Okay.
So it was,
He'd decide later.
You just never know if you're on. You never know if you're on screen or how tight the shot
you
is.
don't know.
Wow.
So this is Bob. Here's your. We're bringing you into the show here.
Right. This is the scene from the previous episode. This is me on the
other end.
Yes.
In the phone booth.
phone booth.
Exactly.
Yes, we.
And I promise we
Did
are
you
gonna
guys see
her.
that somebody online pulled the audio up?
Believe it or not, yeah, a lot of the.
Did they get it right?
Yeah, a lot of the audio, the actual audio we're using in here was you, because Carol, the way we did this, Bob was in Los Angeles, I think that's where you were, and we're here in Albuquerque, and these two are really talking. Bob was on his cell phone.
Oh my gosh.
And they're literally talking to each other from that far away, and we use some of the actual. Our mixers are geniuses, as we all know. There are multiple Emmy nominees, Kevin and Larry, and Larry mixing the dialogue figured out a way to use the cell phone dialogue and mix it in with some stuff we got. I think you did probably some ADR of this too, I think. Mm-hmm. So Mel, where'd we shoot this? Where was this?
Also Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Specifically, when we were shooting, do you remember that day we were
Behind the studios.
Yes.
The phone booth.
So in episode 11, Tom Tom Schnauz took the crew way out to
Moriarty, wasn't it? Yeah,
Moriarty, New Mexico, which is an hour away.
Oh, wow.
But we said, God, we want to go all the way out to Moriarty. And also because the people of Moriarty hated us. We visited.
Is that true?
Yeah, we visited.
Why?
We visited one day, Mel and I and Angie Meyer, and we're standing out there on the side of the road watching the shoot, and people were driving by cursing at us for slowing them down to get to their various things they had to do, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I will say overall, the people of New Mexico have been very, very generous.
Yeah.
So that's the exception to the rule.
Yeah, Moriarty doesn't like us so much, but everybody else seems okay.
My mother-in-law has owned property in Moriarty since the 70s. So there you go.
What are you going to do with it? You going to build a casino?
I think so. We're going to build the world's smallest casino.
One slot machine.
One slot machine. But you can get $1 billion if you win.
Is this the scene you're talking about?
This is.
Which thing?
Now we're finally hearing the dialogue that we didn't hear in the last episode.
Yeah, exactly. How great is Ray?
Yeah.
I love how she startles here.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun knocking. I got to knock. It was fun knocking at a different time for every take. I love June, who just popped her head in. June's named after my wife Holly's mom.
This.
All these folks were great. They did everyone here. I'm sorry I don't know every single person's name here. They all did a wonderful job. It felt like a real office with all the especially people just working. This, I am ripping off the great Michelle MacLaren here. This is an exact repeat of a shot she did way back in the Breaking Bad episode 4 Days Out. So, steal from the best, as they say. And this is a real Albuquerque airport. This is a fun day, right, Mel? We were out here at the airport.
Was this a fun day?
Yeah, it was. It was because it was
like Ray told me it was a rough day.
Well, it was rough for Ray, but see, all I had to do was sit there with a hot dog in one hand and just watch Ray. So it was easy for me. But and here we are at the old where Mike Ehrmantraut. This was fun. The Mike Ehrmantraut used to work in that booth, and of course now he's been replaced by a machine.
Yeah.
Of course, poor Mike is dead and gone at this point, story-wise. And we worked hard to get, what was it, Mel? We worked hard to make sure the sun was going to go through those slats.
Yes.
We wanted to be there at a certain hour, and
oh my God,
Angie made it happen.
Every detail.
This is where Jimmy and Kim were sitting right before they got married.
Yeah.
And she's definitely remembering that.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sun through the slats and every other visual element of this is Paul Donahue are amazing.
I just love where you put the camera. I mean,
Oh, I'm glad you liked
it's
it.
just what makes it so interesting.
Well, this was a group effort, and Paul Donahue, our director of photography, obviously you worked with him, you met him, and Paul is such a character. He's this wonderful taciturn Brit who is he's been a brilliant camera operator and a brilliant director of photography.
Oh, this is a great moment.
What's sweet?
She's thinking about herself, the work she did, that she was proud of.
Exactly.
That's really great. Wow. This really feels like a different character, this person.
Yeah.
You can just feel how much Kim is holding herself down to be this person.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Well, here's Sandrine Holt, who is wonderful. Howard Hamlin's widow.
Oh, yeah.
Cheryl. And how big was that house, Mel, that we were shooting at?
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Pretty massive.
Pretty big house. This is a house in, where was this? What part of town was this in Albuquerque?
I don't know what it's called, but it's over there by the river, right?
Yeah, it's over there near the Bosque. Mm-hmm. Beautiful house. The gentleman who let us, who owns it and who allowed us to shoot there. Thanks to him. It's a beautiful, beautiful house. We actually had to make it look smaller. I chose my angles to make it look a little smaller than it is. It is quite impressive. I'm really happy with this scene but all you have to do is with a scene like this is you have two great actors, and I say actor. I know Ray prefers the term actor. Actor,
I do
actors.
too.
You do too? Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah.
even more reason to use it. So, you hire two great actors, and
Actresses.
yeah, and then you just sit back and watch them do their thing.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mel, you and Jen oversaw shooting this stuff. Talk about that.
Yeah, that's right. Jen Carroll and I, with the help of Wally Sweeterman on B camera, used the special Laowa lens that Vince loves so much to get really up close to those letters.
It was hard, too, right?
Yeah, we were moving it by hand.
And you had to move it so carefully because it would be herky-jerky if you
Exactly.
didn't. Yeah, so that's a real piece of normal-sized paper, but like a microscopic type lens. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sandrine is so good. They're both so good here. I love how they put everything across without any dialogue
Right.
in here. I wanted to wait as long as possible for them to start talking.
It's beautifully edited.
Beautifully edited.
This is Chris McCaleb
Yes.
and Joey Liu, right?
Yes.
And they really
Beautiful
just
job.
the moments and the rhythm of it and the way that they follow the performances is just
So good.
Spectacular.
Guys, it's just
Yeah.
powerful. And she's wonderful.
She was wonderful.
Why?
And it was real important,
It was.
I thought, because we got a big scene coming up with which the episode is named after, Waterworks. It's obviously the pun is she works at an irrigation company, but the big Waterworks scene is obviously coming up soon with where the emotions come to the forefront and the tears flow.
I don't know.
But it was real important there for Kim, I thought, for Ray to not show any emotion here.
Right.
They'll search.
I think so for every reason, but also if she starts getting emotional, it's about her.
Yeah.
And she's going to withstand whatever comes from Howard's widow. And I think this is such a brave moment for Kim.
Yeah.
It all happened in an
She's really taken her medicine here.
Yeah.
suffer.
Good point. It was because it's weird, but if she had started weeping along with Cheryl, it would have been commiserative, and it would have felt, which, this woman deserves some commiseration, but it would have been, oh, I suffered too. You're kind of implicitly saying
It's
that.
the whole thing where I shot my parents, but feel sorry for me because I'm now an orphan.
Yeah, right.
I want to change that.
It was cold this day, wasn't it, Mel?
Yes, very cold.
Yeah, it was like, yeah. That's right. You can't really tell, which is great.
I don't know.
Well, you kind of can. She's wearing a coat. I don't know. Anyway.
A great one, Howard said. How could you not know?
So what, I'm drawing a blank. What Altman movie was that? What Altman movie?
A wedding.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
It's called A Wedding. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Why?
There's no physical evidence.
This is the trick with commentary tracks is that we all want to sit here and watch the scene. It shows you how good the scene is. We all want to sit here and watch it. But
Could sue you in
so
court.
please be indulgent, those of you who are listening, because I haven't seen this scene probably in a couple of weeks, and it still rivets me.
I'm changing the subject completely, but since we're talking about audio tracks, you obviously knew Mickey Rooney, right?
Yes.
He has the all-time best audio commentary track for an episode of The Twilight Zone,
Oh, really?
where he is so angry to be. What was he like? What was Mickey Rooney like?
Challenging, right?
He was crazy. But very sweet. Oh my God, so talented, But
Oh, sure.
yeah, he was on our show the first season, and he was fabulous. So we had him on the second. I said, we got to get him back. We had him on the second season, and he was off the walls. He was just like the Energizer Bunny. I was worried about him. He couldn't stop. Finally, I said, "Jesus, this is too much." After the show, he apologized. He said, "I want to apologize for last year. I was depressed." And I thought he should have been depressed this week.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the scene.
Yeah. Oh, and there's my sweetie Holly sitting next to.
I see Holly.
Yeah, sitting next to.
This is the scene.
She did. Holly kept saying, can you cut to me more? And I said, no.
This is a rough
did.
night for Ray.
This scene blows me away.
What did Ray say about it?
Just hard.
Yeah.
This went on for a long time.
Well, we did
feelings.
We did too.
Oh wait, no. She had no time. You guys had.
Oh, now what?
I don't remember what it was, but it was a tough night.
Oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're really on a bus. We're really on a
I wonder
bus.
if it's because she saved it all up for this moment.
Yeah.
And it was just that controlling your feelings until you get to release them.
And she's done such a magnificent job with this character who is so contained.
Yeah.
To see her, she just can't.
Wait,
she
so
can't
you
do
only
it.
did 2 takes?
Look at
Two
this.
takes.
Look at this.
Okay.
2 takes. But she was, I'm sure she was probably dreading it all
yeah.
day.
Oh, my God.
And
People are
anxious
watching
about it
her.
all day. And this is really Albuquerque going by in the background. We just drove a 1-mile loop in a real rental car bus. If you go to Albuquerque and rent a car, the odds are fairly good you'll wind up on this very bus.
So, Vince, what did you say to Ray?
I said, don't be bad, otherwise you'll ruin our show.
Yep. That's good.
I mean, look at this.
My usual empathetic, No, I
good.
just said, I just said, we'll just do whatever. What do you need from me? I basically said, but she, she understood what was necessary, and I don't remember us talking about it that much. But I just said, finally, the dam breaks, and that's what it said in the script. And she was magnificent.
What I loved was the fact that you just stayed on her and you never cut to anybody else's reaction. I just loved that.
Yeah, me too.
You just see
glad-
the
I'm
hand
glad
come
the
in. You
hand
can see
come
that one
in.
guy who's out of focus.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
And then
And
you
that's
just
it.
you just know.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. And it's just that
great.
thing we've all been there where
What's
we
this
saw.
knucklehead doing?
It's,
What is he doing?
well, what do you think he's
I
doing?
love that I can't remember what we shot. And I can watch this and go, what's happening?
Why am I here? What is? Yeah.
I really don't know. Okay. Wow. You ask the audience to really jump around.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't
No.
hold their hand
No, we do not.
and you just leap across time and space.
Yeah.
Do you know where we are right now? Oh, you've seen this, right,
Oh, yeah.
Carol?
But this is the first time you're watching as we record this.
Yes, it is, because
is-
I don't do my homework. And this guy was so great.
Yes.
Kevin Sussman.
Mr. Link, Kevin Sussman.
Yes.
Gosh, he was a great actor.
He's so
He
good.
is a great actor and he's great fun to work with.
Very sweet fella. He got to do all his big stuff in last week's episode, 611. And basically in this one, he basically snores for like 9 hours straight when we're shooting.
And he's a guy in a little, like his outfit is too big for him because he's probably been taking treatments for
yeah,
a while.
because he's suffering from cancer. And Kevin was such a pleasure to work with because he took, as all great actors do, took this moment so seriously because he's sleeping for the whole time I directed him, except for one moment where he's looking at his phone, and he said, "Well, let me audition some snores for you. They go like this one." He took it very seriously. And the house we're shooting in, which was blocking wise, it was so perfect. This is again always in Albuquerque. Wonderful couple owns this house, and the husband was one of the Germans in the previous
Building
seasons
the Super Lab.
who built the Super Lab. And I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank on his name, but great guy. But that had nothing to do with us picking this house. It just was a complete fluke, complete happenstance. And this, we'll tell them about the desk.
You recognize the desk, folks? That's the Cocobolo desk.
That is it. That's your. Did you know that, Bob?
I didn't know that. That's the desk
from Davison, Maine.
From
From
Davison,
Davison, Maine. Same kind of desk. Same design. Famous. Oh, yeah.
Took it out of the
What do
warehouse.
we got under here?
I just love this. The way you find the passwords here.
Oh, good.
It's so clever.
Well, this was yet another. This was not in the script. This was yet another. Mel, right? This was another day we're running for our lives.
Yeah.
And we just we had this was like. It was going on sunrise, and we had to be out of there. So we was like, how do we make this quick and the fewest number of setups?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
How many days, Mel, were we here? It was like 4
I think
days.
we were there for 4 days, and that was the last night.
That was the last night.
There he is. Great. My ride's here.
Yeah.
This will be easy.
Yeah, you should come on, go ahead. You got away with it this time.
He did it.
Again.
He showed up late. The guy's still knocked out. All's well.
So Carol,
Got it.
is Jeffy the son you always wish you could have but didn't? Is it a constant pain and a reminder of
Pat Healy
More
is
than a
so
pain
good.
in the neck.
Pat Healy is so good in this role.
Yeah.
Pat Healy is so great.
The anxiety, the uncertainty, getting caught up in it.
We were so sad, it needs to be said, that we were so sad that the original actor, Don Harvey,
That's right.
couldn't,
Unavailable.
He was wonderful. Don Harvey was wonderful. He was unavailable because it was so long between seasons. But
And he has a great gig on a great show that
Yes.
we're all going to look forward to.
so not remotely his fault, not remotely us being unhappy with
Yeah.
him. It just them's the breaks. But Pat Healy, who took over the role, I got to work with him. He told me when he showed up, when I first saw him on the Pat Healy and I worked together. He showed up at the Q Studios offices. He said, it was 17 years ago to the day that I last saw you.
No.
And I said,
Oh my
what?
God.
And he and I had worked together on a short-lived show my friend Frank Spotnitz created called Night Stalker. It was a reboot of Kolchak's
Oh, yeah.
Night Stalker. Pat Healy played a character who lived in a house, and he had the devil. The devil lived in the back room of this shotgun shack he lived in, and he would feed people to the devil. I cannot tell you how scary he is in this episode. He is so intense and scary, and he is so dopey. This guy has a range.
Now, what could go wrong here?
Yes. Well,
and
take
Diane
your time.
Mercer,
Take your time, Bob.
And Diane Mercer's sweetie, Stu, did not every single photo on the screen, but I think most of them were his shots.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's so daring that you played this this whole sequence so far without any music.
Yeah.
You're just
Really
taking
great.
your time,
Yes.
having a drink.
It shows so
And the whole episode has almost no music in
Well,
it.
and you know what? And Peter, thanks to you, because as always, Dave Porter is so brilliant with the music he writes. But you had a very good point about the music leaning us emotionally one way or the other, telling us how to feel.
Yeah. Well, it also, my theory is that when there hasn't been music and it comes in, it's got great impact.
Yeah.
And now here another one of Dave's great cues.
Yeah. It's really
comes
good.
in.
There's a cue in the last one that also feels like a classic kind of suspense.
Dave is so brilliant. But it's like, you want to use him, as brilliant as he is, it's like staring at the sun. You want to use him sparingly.
Well, he's often the one who says, "No, I don't think I belong here."
Yeah, he does. He says it a lot.
All right.
Kevin's great here.
Oh, God.
This is the one thing so we've gotten to a point in the series, in the run of the series, that people actually have iPhones, I guess, because it's late enough in the chronology of both shows. Well, and the one good thing about that is you can light an actor's face with an iPhone, especially when you're shooting in the dark like this. That's the only thing I like about them. Otherwise, they've ruined the world. They're good for lighting, though.
I remember when we talked in the room, and I think even in the script, we were a little vague on what what Gene was going to pick up to possibly beam Link. And then I think we were actually in production and you told me what you thought it should be. And I just laughed. Oh. It's just so horrible. He's going to kill this guy with his dog's ashes. Crazy.
Rusty the dog. Who came up with that, Mel? That was one of you guys, right?
Yeah, someone in the brain trust, yeah.
Yes. It takes a village. So how bad are you here, Bob? What is
Pretty
going
bad.
on? So you think
everything about it. He wants to do this crime, even though he should let it go. This guy's got cancer. He's gonna beat him with his precious dog's ashes.
Oh,
a bad man.
You did this great thing. We cut it out. You'll see here. You did this great thing where you set the urn down in the foreground.
Oh, right.
We
It seemed
want
too comic.
No, it wasn't too comic. I liked it. It just we needed to keep things moving here, so we cut it out for time.
Yeah. So he would wake up and there would be his
the ashes
with the words pointing right at him, and he'd be like, "Rusty's running around the house at night."
We use this low lens here.
Okay, so
I had to do that gear shifting.
The gear
I was
shift.
small enough to fit in the car
you oversaw
with the camera.
this. You and Jen oversaw this.
Yeah.
this
Do we
shot.
know that's a cop? Yeah, right.
Or now you do. Well, I think you did before, and now these two guys. I love it. Marquise and Jesse are the two actors playing the cops. They are so damn funny. I love these guys. I could see a whole show with these guys. How much fun was this, Mel, being out there at like
awesome.
6 and 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
Look inside there and tell me what you see. Huh?
I love these guys.
Do not sell this to an unsuspecting public.
They're like an old married couple.
Yeah.
And they had just met that night. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These guys are pros.
First goddamn century, all right?
And this was, I was looking forward to this for literally months. Doing this stunt as a wonder. As seen over these guys' shoulders. To make it almost sort of anti-dramatic. And the stunt driver who did this was brilliant. and these guys,
it's their non-reaction that makes it really sells it for
I know,
me.
it's wonderful the way they play it. It's like, I hate my fish taco, and now I'm not even going to get to eat it.
Oh my God. What a mess. It's perfect. It's a perfect, like, completely unnecessary mess that was created by nerves.
This was the last shot we got of the night, I think. Mm-hmm. Was it, Mel?
Yeah.
It was right before the sun came up. And look how great Pat is here. Look at this look he gives at the end. What a dumbass.
Such a kid caught.
So good. We're in color. What's this about? This was the very first thing. God, Mel, when did we do this? No, actually, this scene we shot later, but the scene coming up we shot was I'll talk about that in a minute. Mm-hmm. This is another one of those quiet scenes where nobody's talking, but there's a whole lot going on. Was this, I can't remember, was this the last night we ever shot in this set?
Yeah.
It was. So this is
the last time in Saul's office.
The last time ever for probably ever. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gosh. And Tina Parker. You love Tina Parker.
She's great.
She's so good. Why are you such a bastard to
well,
it's
Kim? Not real. He's, because he's Saul now.
Yeah.
That's why. Because after she left and he was like, that's it. I quit.
I quit the human race.
I quit trying.
Yeah. I'm going to be a bastard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think? It's easier that way.
Yeah. Yeah. Easier not to feel anything.
Disconnect.
But I think he really is feeling a lot here, right? I would think. Yeah.
So, Florida. Why there?
I guess
It doesn't matter. That doesn't have to make sense. Hey, I got to tell you, I think you're going to regret that.
I love, yes, why Florida? And then he interrupts her immediately.
It's so dismissive. It's just I think he's really hurt.
He's so hurt.
Yeah.
Well,
But he can't. We've all been there.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta pretend you don't care. Yeah. Hopefully never this, callous.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, if he can hurt her, that would be great.
Yeah, right. I think that's what he's going
Well,
for.
like he's been hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are so good here. Mm-hmm. And Tina's so good. This was one of those scenes that was a pleasure. The only unpleasurable thing about a scene like this is when you don't have quite enough time to shoot it. And
I kind of had a hard time figuring out how to play this side.
Did you?
My side. Don't you remember?
wait
we
a minute.
did it a
Yeah,
bunch of
tell the
times.
folks
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'd forgotten that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird. I don't know what you said finally that made me go,
Well, you're
like
not
that.
only hurt, you're angry.
I think it was the
Shows
degree
both.
to which he treats her like almost like an object.
Yeah.
That was hard to sort of see. Like, because you can do a version of this where you're cruel to her, where you look at her and grind her with it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it was like, treat her like an object. Like, there's a wall here.
Yeah. But don't be. Yeah, it was.
Forget what you said.
It was a fine line you rode. And by the way, John Koyama, God bless him, we had a little cameo there from John Koyama, who was the guy who got melted in the bathtub.
That's right. Emilio.
Emilio got melted in the bathtub. But yeah, it was about don't be too mean, because the meaner you are, the more clear it is
You're hurt.
that
Your
you do
feelings
care.
are hurt.
That you are. Yeah, you got it.
So just be kind of callous and at zero.
Yeah. Well, you nailed it. You did great.
This is such
It was
a
hard to
classic,
do.
This is such a classic Vince Gilligan maneuver right here. It reminds me of the series ender of Breaking Bad, revealing Walt in Skyler's kitchen.
Which was such a total wonderful happenstance accident.
I don't know. Those accidents seem to happen a lot when you're around. That's all I'm going to say.
Thank you. It was tricky. Paul and I picking the lens for this. Paul, as usual, picked a beauty. But the lens for this wanted Jesse, once you saw him, to be out of focus, and so he had to shoot wide open and went a little tighter lens, a little further back than we might have done otherwise. And it is the rain is courtesy Werner Hanline and his special effects crew. This was, Mel, talk about this. When was this? This was so long ago, I can't even remember this scene.
Yeah, we shot this out of order. This was, I think, when we were still doing episode 8.
Wasn't this April? I think this was April.
Yes, because of the showers.
April.
Yeah, April.
I think this was April of 2021.
Oh, really?
I believe
Seriously.
so. Yeah,
Seriously.
because Aaron, we shot all of that Aaron and Brian material all
Yeah.
at once.
And we had to do it that early, Carol, because these guys are much in demand, as the world knows, and they were very excited about coming back, but we had to work around their schedule.
Wow.
And Aaron, and man, God bless Aaron. He has the worst. You can't tell because he's such a pro. He has the worst migraine right here.
Oh, no.
Because I made him smoke these awful. I mean, the
Yeah.
prop folks gave him these clove cigarettes,
Yeah.
which are
And
And they
supposed to.
gave him a headache?
Yeah, and also
they're not.
I feel really guilty about this because he had stopped smoking. He used to smoke in real life, and I'm sorry, smoking just looks cool on camera. It just does.
yeah.
But I feel guilty about this. But I like if they weren't smoking, I don't know why they'd be standing there together that long. So
Got it,
that was
yeah.
part of it. But he was smoking these clove cigarettes, which are supposed to be a little less carcinogenic. But they were giving him that and the altitude, and maybe he was a little dehydrated. But he was like physically, like I think in between setups, he was so in pain.
Oh, God.
But he's such a pro here.
Why?
It was so fun seeing him again. Seeing Jesse again.
And it's so unexpected that, Kim, who's just gone through all this with Jimmy, and now here's Jesse, who's about to go through everything with Walt. The fact that these two have this moment together, I think, is just beautiful.
Yeah. So fun seeing these two worlds colliding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a million years ago, and
It was.
literally months ahead of anything else we shot.
This guy.
And it was, and the final shot here coming up behind their backs, behind Jesse's back, was the last shot of the night, and it was the sun was already coming up.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Right here?
You can see the sun coming up, and then there's a little, courtesy Diane Mercer. There's a little, the last shot here. There's a little CGI enhancement on him flicking his cigarette away, because we really wanted to see the cigarette get flicked away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she says, when I knew him, he was.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
She's really saying he's a different person now. And it reminds me a little bit of
It's a recommendation.
It's true. It's still
Don't take everything away from it.
I don't know. It reminds me of Marlene Dietrich in that Orson Welles movie. Touch of Evil.
Touch of Evil.
Touch of Evil.
Oh, yeah.
When she says, what does it matter what you say about a man?
Yeah, what a great line. That was at the end, right?
Yeah.
Did you knew Orson Welles? Did you know Orson Welles?
I met him. He subbed for Johnny Carson one night.
Yeah.
And I was on.
Oh, man.
Yeah. He was as big as this couch. Then, it was just, but very nice. And he was doing magic tricks. That's all I can remember.
And what a talent.
He was very nice.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. What a talent. Oh, my God.
What was he, 24 or 5 when he did Citizen Kane?
20,
Yeah.
I want to say
Amazing.
26. But he
26.
might have been 25. Yeah,
And he had already conquered Broadway at
and
that
already
point.
conquered. It's just,
Unbelievable.
I was,
Plus, he was very sexy. I thought.
yeah, he was a good-looking
yeah.
guy back in, He,
Yeah.
I always think about that. Would you rather have Orson Welles' career or Clint Eastwood's? And I always say Clint Eastwood.
I would too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
what would it be like to have literally, like Alexander the Great, toppled the world at
Exactly.
age 26, and then
And then what? Yeah.
and then what? Yeah. But that what a
Well, he
talent.
did some good stuff after that, but nothing
Yeah.
that topped
Yeah.
Citizen Kane.
Yeah. Why are you were so relaxed here? What is going on?
What do you mean? In this scene?
In the scene. I'm
Yeah,
being,
yeah.
I mean, why
I don't know.
yeah.
Why is he relaxed? He's waiting for things to explode, and he kind of
Well, you got out of there without being caught.
he got the watches, but honestly, at least this guy's going along with the plan.
I'm joking, but I love how you play this. I love how that was a great invention in the writers' room too. The idea of he's relaxed as he can be.
Yes.
Because he's king of the world.
And then
It's
Jeff
kind of
calls him
part of the scam.
Jeff
Yeah.
calls him dad.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he's gotten 1 million people out of jail at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Defective, I don't know, but that's not the big deal.
I love these guys. They should have their own show. And I love Pat here. He's so damn funny. This is a real precinct.
That's right.
And Mel, this was the last day. This is the last thing this scene's the last thing I ever directed on Better Call Saul. And we had to be out of there. We had the first half of the day in this real police precinct that, by the way, is the exact same police precinct that we used in Breaking Bad for the magnet gang. Carol, remember that
Exterior.
in Breaking Bad? They pulled up and they had the magnet.
Yes.
And they Walt and Jesse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is inside, right outside the outside portion at the back of the building where we did the magnet gag. But this was the last thing I ever directed on this show.
Wow.
And then at midday we had turned it over to you.
That's
for
right.
Episode
That's right.
13.
That's right.
Yeah. That was bittersweet. Driving home after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, since there's no evidence whatsoever that you committed any crime, I'd say you got nothing to worry about.
So what happens next?
Breathe deep and sit tight.
What a mastermind.
Oh, you were a cool customer.
I'm trying to get him to believe me or hear it. Because he's got to cool out.
Yeah. You gotta get chill. They can't give it all away here.
Yeah.
I love the makeup.
I guess he thinks he's really can handle this, no problem.
I think so too. I think he really believes. I mean, he just really believes he's the master of the universe here. I love that Sherry. Mel, talk about Sherry. How great she is.
Yeah,
with
Sherry Montesanto, our makeup artist, did an amazing job with the scratches and bruises.
for the airbag. The airbag.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love
Oh,
it.
so that's what that was.
That's like when the airbag went off when
Right.
when he
right.
and here
There she is. Yay.
Honey, do you know what time it is?
and you're putting it on here with the cart, the rascal scooter, and because you get around great.
It was fun.
Yeah.
The scooter, I loved it.
Yeah, but you didn't need any of that stuff. That was just character stuff. Yeah, you don't need any of that stuff in real life.
Mistake is all. Getting picked up for something you didn't do, that could happen to anybody.
Yeah, right, anyone. This isn't the first time, you know. He's been in trouble before. Oh, Jesus.
Marion.
The death of me. He's going to be the death of me.
Marion? Marion?
It's gonna be all right. We'll get him out of there lickety split.
I love
Oh, yes.
Putting the phone away so
I don't want you to hear me. Freaking up.
can't hear the rocks clinking in the glass.
Hey, he's the urination guy. First scene with Saul. The guy who he had to file
Right.
public urination.
Yeah.
Help you with that.
No, Gene, I can't let you do that. No.
Sure you can. Jeff will pay me.
It was neat being back in this same apartment that we shot in. We shot the pilot in the same apartment. Different.
Has it been
different
that
renter.
long
Yeah.
since we've been in here?
Yeah, different renter now, but thanks to the person who lives there now, they let us in. Thankfully.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's where she kind of, the penny dropped when
Yep.
he knew about Albuquerque.
Yes.
Yeah. And he'd said he'd never been there.
I love the way you
Yep.
play
Plus,
this.
you've been suspicious of me for a while.
Yeah. Oh, yes, in the last episode or so. But now, really, the pennies dropped, as you said, Carol.
Yeah, it was only the night before that she saw, the dog barking and
Right, looking out the window at them, yeah.
I love watching you think this over, Carol.
Me too.
It's just
You are so good. Yours is this. You can see it. You can see everything you need to know. You can see it's not about the dialogue. You can see it in your face here.
Mm-hmm.
Love watching good, wonderful actors think.
yes.
Yeah, when there's no dialogue.
Oh, what's she gonna do?
Uh-oh.
Cat
Yes.
videos. Come on.
That's just what you want at 5 a.m.
We had to remind. We felt. Oh, here you go.
You guys are letting me sing an awful lot in this show. The last episode had me singing.
Right.
It's money in the
One
bank.
more.
By the way, here's another bit of stock footage of Minnesota or Michigan or someplace.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's stock footage. And you were on a soundstage here, and I love that bit where you forget the words and then you stop and you're like sheepish. That was all you. That was a great bit. Okay, here comes the big scene.
I'm not the kind of girl who gives up. Marion! Just. Pretty easy.
I am always amazed, and it's because of you wonderful actors. I'm always amazed how intense drama and dopey comedy can coexist
Yeah.
in
Yes.
the same scene.
Yeah.
Really. So this is over near downtown Albuquerque. We waited till the sun was just over the yard arm there to get that shot. That was nice timing again on the part of Angie and.
Oh my God, what she got on her?
We had to be careful because there's nothing out the window here. It's just a big silk because we're now on a soundstage
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
We just
Funniest
decided not to
video
put,
ever. Everything okay?
Not to put stuff
Yeah,
out.
that was a corner we decided to cut.
Yeah.
Oh God, she's really upset.
Oh, yeah.
Carol,
Oh, my God.
you're really upset.
What do you say?
You know what? I don't want to slow things down. I think maybe you ought to go without me.
This scene is like a master class in acting.
It really is.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
He hears his ad. He recognizes it.
And look at the little bit of color here. Not easy to do. Diane
Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that.
and her amazing folks at Keep Me Posted figured this out. And if you look really closely, you can see the screen. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She's so brave.
Yeah.
There never was a nippy, was there?
Is it hard playing a scene like this, Carol? Is it?
I loved it.
You had fun? Good.
He didn't tell me anything.
Nippy is what it's all about.
Nippy, yeah. Should never lie about a dog. That's the takeaway of the whole series.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love being able to get Ask Jeeves in there.
What are they going to do?
Here, let me help you with that.
Listen, I think we're losing sight of the bigger picture here, okay? Jeff is in trouble, and I want to help him. He and I sure could use your support here.
What'd you get my son into?
Do you guys want to talk about how we went off script a little here at the end?
I don't remember.
Well, Carol does. Yeah, you were talking about the other night, actually.
Yeah. Where it's just before she says, maybe I'll wait until after she says what we were going to.
Yeah. He's going to kill her. This is terrible.
It was something about we didn't have enough room, and it's something that wasn't working the way it was written. It was about
We were about whether or not when to bring up the life alert.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
And the other line that's coming up.
This was your idea. This great line, I trusted you. It's coming up right now, or very shortly here. And it was a great idea you had, and it was.
I trusted you.
You look so scared, but you're so brave here. And you're just like, how dare you come into my life and mess things up. It's such a great moment. And then your turn here, Bob.
Heartbreaking.
It's
really
so good.
heartbreaking.
Well, this changes it completely because he actually had it in his hand and he gave it up.
You're right.
He couldn't hurt her.
Completely.
At the end of the day, couldn't hurt her. And that was Kim.
Kim Johnson, yes, our COVID safety officer in the office.
Who does the Life Alert voice.
Yeah.
Life Alert was great to us. They let us use their name and their brand, but they said our people would never hesitate. They really are on the ball, though.
But then getting close with you, that was so.
It was wonderful.
I hate to say, well, I guess I could say it was fun.
It was fun. and we should probably say goodbye, but it was a pleasure, Carol, just an honor.
I have to say, I have never had as much fun doing a show since my own show. This made me. It was a family.
Oh, God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And ditto. This is an absolute high point of my career.
Yeah, me too.
We should probably wrap it up. Thank you, everybody, for listening. And
thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks
Bravo. What an episode.
A really great episode.